Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, I started recording also. So I'm going to server. We don't require a client here. Okay, just we need only server to see few things. First of all, I'm going to tools, DNS. I'm going to tools, DNS. So this is my DNS server. And if you open this, my server name, and it is showing forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Again, guys, everything is little different from one to another one. Compulsory you should understand. There is a server. It is a domain controller. It belongs to one domain. It belongs to a domain only. In one domain controller, you cannot create multiple domains. Multiple domains, working domains, you can't do it. So first, but you have a server. If it is a DNS server, compulsory look at as a DNS server only. Okay, so look at it as a DNS server only. DNS server can be in the domain or outside of the domain also there. Okay, so DNS server can have a multiple domains information. So what is DNS server? Domain related information. So before going to other things, I want to tell I'm used the word called fqdn multiple times. We'll see that one. See, it is my host name, a computer name, host or a computer name. So it's the same only. Next time I use either host name or a computer name. Is win-s1, my server name, win-s1. My domain name is domain16.com. You know, my fqdn name, fully qualified domain name is win-s1.domain16.com. So what is this? fqdn is fully qualified domain name. Fully qualified domain name. fqdn, fully qualified domain name. Okay, next, what is this fqdn? Again, host name or computer name and your domain name. It's a combination of host name and your total domain name. If in case if you have a subdomains, the subdomains also will come up. For example, my subdomain, I will tell you that one, you know, with a example directly. Right, this is the fqdn. So what is other thing is NetBIOS. NetBIOS also maps inside your system, maps name to IP. But which name and which IP you have to clarify. It is like just a host name, not fqdns, not fully names, only host name to IPv4 address. That is called a NetBIOS name. Computer NetBIOS, win-s1. Domain NetBIOS, domain16. Not .com, not .com. This is domain NetBIOS. This is computer NetBIOS. It's like a win-s1. Okay, and that is their IP address. It maps into it. That's why we can able to recognize the devices with a sometime. So I said IPv4. You want IPv6, LLMNR. Okay, you want abbreviation, search in a Google. Maps name to IP address. This is also do that one, but here it is host name to IP IPv6. Okay, hostname to IPv6. Okay, same thing. Computer NetBIOS, computer LLMNR, same thing only. Hostname to IPv6. Can anybody tell what is a local host IP address? Guys, if you know answer, please tell me. Do not wait for others. Yeah, tell me. This is local host IP address. What is a local host? Self-host. My PC itself, it is a local host. It contains this IP address or IPv6 address. IPv6 address. Remember that one, local host. fqdn contains total name, means host name plus domain name. Okay, if you have a subdomains, also it will include it there. NetBIOS don't have any domain type of architectures, no hierarchical structure. It is simply a computer name only. Okay, so that's the first one. Next, go to the DNS server. For example, this is my DNS server. This is my DNS server. IP address is 127.16.0.254, for example. Okay, if clients are communicating, so if client want to get a information from DNS server, so they have to contact with this IP address normally. And already I told DNS server maintain multiple different domain information. Okay, so there is a lookup zones are there. One is forward lookup zone. Another one is reverse lookup zone. Okay, short name is FLZ. Forward lookup zone is name to IP address. Actually, it is under domains. So it contains a main domains, domain.com kind of stuff. Okay, domain, under that one host names like that, and it is pointed towards IP address. Domain records, host records, other records also there. We'll see that one. Next one is reverse lookup zone. It is a IP address to fqdn fully qualified domain name. Better it is, don't go with the more details. When you want to tell an IP address, like what is forward lookup zone, name to IP address mapping. Okay, so reverse lookup zone, IP address to fqdn are names you can tell. Okay, for example, I have a domain. Okay, so my domain 16.com. For example, I have a domain 16.com. This is one record. So you can see that one where it is. So this is forward lookup zone, under that one domain 16.com. Okay, and it is showing some details. Okay, like this, it contains some information. Reverse lookup zone, currently I don't have any reverse lookup zone. Look at here, no reverse lookup zone. Okay, so what is this content information, how to understand, so that you have to understand records. Okay, records, you have to understand the records are belongs to what it is. Just I try to find records. So I can able to copy paste, that is good. No. paste. I have to type it. Otherwise, I have to copy one by one. SOA record, NS record, host, A record, host, 4A records, okay, CNAME record, MX record, PTR record, SRV record, like this. These are the basic records. SOA, sort of authority. What is SOA? Start of authority means there is a several things are there. One simple thing I want to tell. Any record created or modified or deleted. It is increment. Increment 1. Okay. So SOA, it shows as a number. Start of authority number. Okay. Start of authority number is number increments. How many? 1 increment. Okay, so like that. You have a 10. SOA is a currently, for example, 10. Where it is? See, my SOA is a 28. It is showing now. Okay, 28 times it is modified. 28 times it is modified means added, deleted, subtracted kind of stuff. Okay, if I add a record, it becomes 29. If I remove the record, it becomes 30. If I change the record, then it is become 31. It is always increment 1. Next, NS record, name server record. Meaning is DNS servers information. Host A, IPv4 host record. Host 4A's, IPv6 host record. CNAME, alias record. What is alias record? So it's like a duplicate name. Duplicate name. So I will explain that one. So then we'll mail exchange record. Mail servers information. Service location record. It is a pointer record. Specifically, pointer records only available in the reverse lookup zone. Pointer records in the reverse lookup zone. Okay. SOA and NS and PTR is also like SOA, NS in forward lookup zone and as well as a reverse lookup zone. Forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Okay, these are all records in the forward lookup zone. This is in a reverse lookup zone, but these are all both forward lookup zone and a reverse lookup zone. Not both are same is like that, it is not there. Okay. So these are the records, but how these records are laid here. This is my domain. SOA, for example, current SOA is 10. NS. So what is my server? For example, my DNS server 1 in the domain1.com, domain16.com. That is my name server. And of course, parent A name is there, like a host A kind of stuff. For example, I have a server PC1. I have a computer PC1. IPv4 address is there. So look at here. It is better to take. I put a IP address, for example, 192.16.0. Maybe 11, maybe 110. Okay, like this. PC2 also IPv4 record is look like. Okay. I have a PC3, the host name, like it is a IPv6 address. I put a 2000 colon 1 or a anything I can put it. So I put a IPv6. Then it is shows like this. Okay. I have web server. Web server name is web1 and host record is like, just for example. Okay. Now, guys, look at here. What is fqdn for this one? So it is won't be there here, but just I'm typing here PC1 dot domain 16.com. This is my fqdn. PC2 dot domain 16.com. Same goes PC3 dot domain 16.com. Web1 dot domain 16.com. This is the fqdn. Now the question is, here it is. If anybody want to communicate my web server, they have to type web1.com domain 16.com. Understand? I have a web server. Users want to access my web server, they have to put a web1.contoso.com. I don't want like that. I want users can access my domain like this, www.domain16.com, www.domain16.com. Got it? Users should access www.domain16.com, not as a web1.domain16.com. Then I have to create a alias. What is alias? www CNAME means alias record to web1.domain16.com. So it is a alias record will be created. www.domain16.com is a fqdn, which is point towards web1.contoso.com. Of course, MS record is also there. For example, mail1 host record is there. Okay, and I am giving 172.16.0.25 anything, and again mail1 MX record means you are telling this is the mail server. You are telling it is a mail server. So this is about your forward lookup zone. But what I'm missing is reverse service location record. That is, I will show you the service location records, not here. Okay, guys, this is a forward lookup zone. So we'll see the forward lookup zone here. But before that one, I want to ask you one question. PC4 host A dot 0.13 no sorry 190.168 10.20, 10.4. Can I create a record like this? Don't worry, we can able to create it because of your domain. Okay, so you under that one you create any record you can able to create irrespective of what IP address type it is, what type of IP address you are using, what network you are using, irrespective of that one, any record you can create it. Only thing is PC4 is belongs to domain16.com, PC4.domain16.com it is. Okay, so once we try this one, we'll come back to the reverse lookup zone. We'll create this one. Guys, understand how to what are the record kind of stuff? This is SOA record, NS record, my parent host record, and my C1 record and Win C2 record. So I've opened Win C1 record here. Look at here. Host name is Win C1, but fqdn is win7.domain16.com, and this is the IP address of it. In this white space, I'm creating a record. First is host A record I'm creating. You can see PC1. Okay, I'm implementing same. Successfully created. You can see the fqdn also. I created another one. Yeah, PC3 I want to put a some IPv6 address. Okay. Look at here, IPv4 AA, IPv6 4S. Okay, and also I will create web1 web1.domain16.com, and IP address I want to put a 16.080. Okay, done. So this is my web1. So people want to communicate me web1.domain16.com. Now I want the people to communicate to me with www.domain1.com. So I put a alias name is www, then fqdn name is www.domain16.com. Click a browse, find out where is the original name server web1.domain16.com. So look at this, it is alias record is created. Same goes for MX. MX don't give much differences, but if you want, I will create it. So I put a mail one, then I put a 116.02.25. So record is created. So this is host record, mail server, IP address. But you have to tell it is a mail server, then go to mail exchange server record. The host name again mail one only. I'm not changing much. And you can put a different name also, no problem. Instead of mail one, you can put a mail also, no problem. Okay, like this. Okay, you can put a same name or a different name. And also I told, can I create a record with a different IP address, IP network? Just for example like this. Yes, it is created successfully. It is not rejecting it. Okay, so this is your record. So one more is I want to tell, I want to create a subdomain. I want to create a subdomain under domain 16. So I right click on domain 16. I create a new domain. New domain. I put a name is Pune. Pune subdomain. You can see Pune subdomain. Click on Pune. In the empty space, I am creating a record PC5 172.16.0.15. Okay. So see, I created a record. Like that, I can create multiple record. If you see the fqdn, first is your domain name, then subdomain name, and your host name. So that is a fqdn. To show you that one, I done like that. Now we want to test it whether your domains are working or not. Guys, understand how to create it on records. So what I'm doing is ping c1.domain16.com. We are unable to ping, guys. Just we will see how the IP address we got it like this. Look at here. This is the name and this is the IP address. This is the name I given, but I got a IP address. How I got it? First it will check where is domain16.com. Under that one, where is the PC1? Then I got a PC1.com domain16.com IP address. Same goes for PC2. Yeah, PC3 is IPv6 now. That's the problem. PC4 also won't work. Different IP address, no? So different network address. So it is automatically drop the packet immediately. Again, see, it is drop the packet immediately. Don't try also. PC5, it does not recognize. It didn't find it. Problem is PC5 is under subdomain Pune. So now it is, we got a IP address of pc5.pune.domain16.com. One more is there, that is we will see. Here it is. I am pinging to www.domain16.com. Okay. So what it is giving? web1.domain16.com, that IP address. I ping to www, but I got a web1.domain16.com IP address. How I got it? Because of www.domain16.com is a alias record of web1.domain16.com. So this is basically I want to try to show you records. I said one more record is there, that is a SRV records. I will show you SRV record. Guys, underscore MSDCS is because of okay. I will put a star here. Underscore MSDCS dot domain16.com is created by ADDS. Your Active Directory only created this one. Okay. Under that one, you'll get a lot of things like a TCP. Better is DC, GC. Like that, there is so many other there. We don't concentrate more. So domains. Okay, domains. DC domains, GC, BDC kind of stuff. Okay. So in a DC, if you open, you can find a TCP. There you can find a SRV record. Point is, SRV records are a service location records. It tells what is your domain controller, or who is your domain controller. Better is who is your domain controller. 1 second. Okay, who is your domain controller, like that. Okay, so for example, I don't know who is my domain controller. I have a lot of domain controllers are there. I don't know how to contact, where it is, address, we don't know, like that. Okay, so it is a service oriented, like a Kerberos service. Okay, then it is host offering this service. The host name is wins1.domain16.com. So like this, it will be there. Okay, I will show you that one. So go to DC, TCP, Kerberos, SRV record, host offering this service, who is offering Win61, Win s1.domain16.com. Which service it is offering? Kerberos service, port number 88. Same goes for LDAP. Okay, it is LDAP service related. Who is giving this LDAP services? Win s1.domain16.com. Port number is this one. Okay, so like this. This is the SRV records. SRV records. What is SRV? Service location records. Okay, this will create automatically when it is creating this one. Automatically it creates by this one by domain controller only. Okay, where are we? Yeah, we are in a domain that is a SRV, service location records. Guys, understand up to here? Records, how to create a records, how to check the records. Because I will tell only reverse lookup zone, then your records will be completed. Okay, so look at here. This is my reverse lookup zone. I will show you what is this kind of stuff, guys. This is belongs to network. This is belongs to network. If you have a two networks, then you have to give each network one reverse lookup zone. Okay, you have a multiple domains also. You can same thing. We can able to it. So how records are there? So first record is like this. Don't worry, because lack of time also, I'm doing like this, and you are not also speaking anything. This is IPv6. Okay, so this is like this. What is this? I don't understand one point also from you. Okay, so this is the PTR record, pointer record, means this IP address belongs to this fqdn. Okay, this IP address belongs to this fqdn. This IP address belongs to fqdn. This IP address belongs to which fqdn? It is mail1 dot domain 16 .com. Okay, then why IPv6 is not came? Because the network is this 172.16 network, and then why it is not came? Okay, this PC4 network, because this is 172.16 network. For example, you want to create it for this one, then you have to create like a 10 dot only network part in a reverse order. Then it will come 192.168 10.4 PTR pointer record to PC4 dot domain 16.com. Okay. So how to do it? This reverse lookup zone. Then I will stop. Okay. This is reverse lookup zone. New zone. Next. So it is asking primary zone and secondary zone and stop zone, guys. Primary zone means you can add and remove the records like that. I add a record, right? So I added record kind of stuff. So this is a primary zone because of primary zone. I have another server. I have another server which is secondary zone in the different server. It is another physical server, server 2. Here I created a domain 16.com. This is primary. This is a also domain 16.com secondary. Secondary means only read, no write. Primary means read and write. Okay. If you create a primary, then only we can create a secondary. We can't create a secondary in the same server. Same server. Okay. In one server you create a primary, another server we create a secondary. If primary fails, no problem, secondary works. Okay. So that's the primary. Next, where it is? Secondary. Stop zone means is also like a kind of secondary type only, but it contains only name servers, SOA glue host records only, not all records. Next, store zone in the active directory. It is a active directory integrated. It is active directory integrated, meaning is this is my domain. You can see data is stored in active directory. These are all records stored in your active directory database. If in case you changed it, you click change, you unselected it, click OK. Yes. Okay. This data stores in a different place. Data stores in a different place. Okay, like this. That's the only check mark. Primary zone, In a server, you see it is anything forward lookup zone or reverse lookup zone. You have a three zones are there. Whether it is a forward lookup zone or a reverse lookup zone, you have a three type of zone: primary zone, secondary zone, subzone, and the active directory integrated. Okay, so primary zone, it is like a read and write type. Means you can modify, we can read it, we can modify it, we can delete it, we can do it. But secondary is a read type only. It is a secondary, it is in another server. Stop zone is only stores SOA NS, just some static glue host records. Glue host A records. Okay, that is also optional. So mainly NS records stores in stub zones. What is this active directory integrated? If you done check, if you check it, DNS records store in active directory database ntds.dat. Uncheck. If you don't check it, you didn't check it. Okay, so then DNS records store in C Windows system 32 DNS. I think so, or otherwise Windows DNS. Mostly it is Win C132. So I will show you. This is the C drive, Windows folder. Okay, in that one, so find out where is system 32. There you can find DNS. It contains so many things. Sorry. DHCP. This is DNS. See, this is the record stores here like this in this location. Records are stores here generally, but it is storing in a both the places. Okay, so these are the primary zone, reverse zone, or like that. Okay, so here it is in the reverse lookup zone. I'm creating a like this. Next, IPv4, and my network only portion, not everything. Okay, not even a zero also, don't put it. Finish. Okay, and if you look at only SOA NS record is there, SOA is 1. SOA is 1. Okay, I will get the records from here. So I'll go to records one by one from here. Win C1. Select this option. Update associated pointer record. Apply. OK. If it is already selected, unselect it, apply, select it, apply. OK. So you have to be careful. If it is already selected, unselect it, apply, select it, apply. OK. Like you have to do it for all the purpose. Like so next time onwards, in generally when you create a record, automatically it updates. When you create a record, it automatically updates. For first time, so obviously we don't have any. Okay, So here I am selecting apply. Okay, but I'm selecting and apply. It is throwing an error. What is this error? You have to read it. We don't have any reverse lookup zone for this network. We don't have any reverse lookup zone for this network, so it cannot able to do it. So that's the point. So this is your reverse lookup zone. I'm going to reverse lookup zone and again refresh. Now you got a pointer records here. Now of course one more record is struck here. This also will going to update. Okay, just go to reverse lookup zone record, refresh. See, you can see IP address, PTR, fqdns, including like this. Irrespective of what domain you are belongs to it. Okay, irrespective of what domain you are belongs to it, reverse lookup zone will take it. For example, in a forward lookup zone, I'm creating another zone. This time I'm unchecking the bottom one. It's a primary zone, but not a Active Directory integrated zone. I unchecked that one. I put a zone name contaso.com. My zone name is contaso.com. Okay, this is the record file because it is showing here. Because of it is going to store in that place. Okay, in the C drive Windows System 32 DNS folder. Finish it. So it is. So SOA is 1, NS is 6. Okay, 1 second. The SOA is 8 here. Earlier it is 1, now become 8 because of records are added. Now this record is in a contaso.com. It is showing 1. Name server is always same until unless you change the name server. I am adding a record here. PC11 IP address 172 sorry 16 0 okay 1.11 or 111. So what will happen? Add a host. Both are in same network only. So class B, right? Now I'm going to reverse lookup zone, refresh. See, it is came. It is PC11 contaso.com. This is domain 16.com. So irrespective of what domain it is belongs to, it is belongs to same network or not. Okay. And also you can see the fqdn of this record contaso.com. Okay. So like that, one DNS server can have a multiple domains. In the domains we have a different type of records like a SOA, NS, host A record, 4A records, okay, host 4As, alias records, mail exchange records also there. And here it is reverse lookup zone will only contains that particular network related IP addresses and their related domain names, means fqdns. And reverse lookup zone also having a multiple zones which is belongs to different networks, and name is reverse order. Okay guys, got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. Somewhat understood this.
Somewhat is okay. 100% it's difficult to understand guys because it's lot of names are there. That's why it is, I said it is my favorite topic. DHCP is not like that. DHCP have a limited, you can limit it, but DNS is not like that. It is unlimited names, unlimited things are there in DNS. If you got somewhat is good, nothing is,
Yes, sir. I
then
think once again, if we see, we will be okay.
What it is?
After you're keeping in YouTube, if once again we watch the video, it will be somewhat fine, sir.
That's a good one. Okay, yeah, somewhat is better. 100% you understand means you don't understand anything. Okay, that's the point. So what I will do, just 1 minute, in within a 1 or 2 minutes, I will go once again DNS. At least you will get little bit better idea. Okay. So first of all, for a important very lookout points only. So not every point. Okay. What is DNS? Domain name system. Port number is 53. It maps name to IP address. DNS provide IP address for a name. Means you given a name, you got IP address. When you contact a domain, so obviously you don't know IP address of the domain. Means that remote host. You don't know IP address. What you will do? Automatically request goes for a DNS server. DNS server check the IP address of your domain. If it is available, then it returns the IP address of your domain. Okay, it's domain. Okay, now you can able to communicate with the IP address. It is I give an example. Contact mobile phone contact list. What is a mobile phone contact list? Name and IP address, name and phone numbers. You cannot remember all phone numbers, so we create a contact list. So we dial to the name, but call goes for with a number only. Same is like your DNS server. Okay, so always remember all communication with the IP address only. Next, I told a big story, hierarchical story I told, but I'm not telling that story. I'm telling only small stories. FQDN, fully qualified domain name, is a host name plus domain name. You have a host name and then domain name. It's a completely called a FQDN. PC1.domain1.com or a PC4.domain16.com or a PC11.contaso.com. These are all FQDNs only. What is a NetBIOS? Computer name or a small part of domain name, main part of domain name or a computer names or a NetBIOS. NetBIOS computer name, NetBIOS domain name. NetBIOS is basically hostname to IPv4 address. Hostname to IPv6 address is LLMNR. Next, different type of records are there in a DNS. SOA NS, host A, 4As, CNAME, MX, SRV, and PTR. Okay, so SOA is a start of authority. NS means what is your DNS server. IPv4 record is a host A. Host contains IPv4 means host A record. Host with IPv6 host 4As. CNAME is a alias record. It's like a original FQDN is different, but publicly you want to access the server with a different name. So that is you can able to create a alias record like a www.google.com, www.facebook.com. The original server name is different and public access is different names. Same goes with a mail exchange to tell the server is exchange server. SRV records, service location records. So where is your domain controller or a global catalog server or a primary domain controller? That information will give by SRV records. It's specifically located under underscore MSDCS record in the folder, that one. Okay. So we have a forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Forward lookup zone name to IP address, reverse lookup zone IP to FQDN or a name. Okay, so here we can create a multiple records. Initial SOA is a 10, but after creating these records, it will increases like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it become 18 automatically. If I modify any record, it increment will be happens. In your network, you have a multiple DNS servers. You can mention all the DNS servers here. Okay, and practically I've done and on a subdomain also, right? I created a subdomain under this domain pune. Under this one I created a record PC11. It is a host record only I created, not PC11, right? I created a PC5. 172.16 0.15 created. So this FQDN will come like this. PC5 dot pune dot domain 16.com. Okay, so look at the fqdn of a subdomains. Next, reverse lookup zone. Reverse lookup zone is based on the network ID, network addresses only. Okay, so your IP address belongs to that network will come here, and their pointer records will come up here. Okay, fqdns it will shows 172.16.0 dot what happening 15. It's a ptr pointer, ptr record, and it is shows PC5 dot pune dot domain 16.com. Okay, like this. So each time it depends upon your network. You create a based on your network. You create a reverse lookup zone. In a reverse lookup zone, the related any records are there based on this network. It will be there. And of course, whether it is a forward lookup zone or reverse lookup zone, there is a three zones are there. So primary zone, secondary zone, stop zone, and active directory integrated. You created a primary with active directory integrated, or secondary with active directory integrated, stub with active directory integrated. Okay, so any record you created, if you put a active directory integrated check mark, okay, or a store in the active directory, automatically your DNS data record stores the DNS active directory database. Sorry, an active directory database. If you don't check it, you uncheck the active directory integrated or store data in the active directory, your DNS records actually stores in C Windows System 32 DNS folder. Okay, primary zone read and write, secondary zone read only, stop zone only SOA NS, and possibly glue host records. So this is I want to stop here. Yes. Okay, guys. It's 2 o'clock.